What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the BUZZmod Gurren Lagann Yoko Littner. Now, if you guys don't know who this is, she is from a classic goated anime, again called Gurren Lagann. And I'm pretty sure that even if you haven't seen this anime, most of you have at least seen this character floating around, especially if you're fans of anime. It's just, she's an iconic character from an iconic series. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started, diving right into the sexy packaging. Now, when it comes to the box, BUZZmod does the same thing that they normally do. We've got the oversized packaging with a whole lot of room that could have been shrunken down. Now, first off, it does say Aniplex right here at the top. I'm assuming this says Gurren Lagann, BUZZmod 1/12 Yoko. You got the window where you can see the figure, all the accessories, and then in the background, a bunch of empty space, which could have been condensed. At the bottom, it says BUZZmod, something in Japanese. We've got an image of Yoko right there. Nothing much going on the side, nothing much at the top, nothing much on the bottom, nothing much on this side. And then, of course, on the back, you've got some poses you can get the figure into, as well as a bunch of stuff I cannot read because this figure was imported. Now, a lot of you guys wanted to see me do this review. I saw comments on it left and right, and that's why I got my hands on it. This is specifically for you guys because y'all know I don't really collect BUZZmod. But that being said, I am truly looking forward to this, so let's go ahead and get her busted out of the packaging. Now, first impressions of this figure, I'm going to be honest. This, in my opinion, is some of BUZZmod's best work because finally getting the chance to explore this figure, there is no reuse. It doesn't feel like the same thing we've gotten over and over from them like it does whenever I buy Demon Slayer figures from BUZZmod, which is exactly why I stopped collecting them. And then there were some other issues that I'm not going to get into, but this right here does feel like a premium figure. I don't know what this goes for simply because I didn't buy it. This is one that my cousin actually let me borrow. I got it from him to bring you guys the review, but it's definitely decent so far. And if you are thinking about getting it, even before I review this, keep in mind, this is literally the only 6-inch version of this character we have in figure form outside of the Revoltech, which released, I believe, probably 11, 12 years ago, maybe even longer than that. And that's just, it wasn't really that good of a figure. It looked great, but it fell apart. This figure right here doesn't have any of those issues. Now, it does do some things that I think are a little questionable and unnecessary, which we'll get into right now as we take a closer look at her. Now, getting up close and personal, this figure does look really, really good. It doesn't have any shading going on, and it's because a lot of it is skin tone, so I'm okay with that. The faceplate looks really good, man. The painting on this is very nice. I love what they did with the sculpt for the hair. It is a little heavy, so obviously certain poses you're just not going to be able to get her into, or get her to hold, rather. You can get her into them, but she'll probably either fall forward or fall backwards. But as you can see, this hair right here is on a ball hinge, so that's good. She's got the chopsticks that peg into the back of her hair. The skull piece right here over her bangs, I really dig that. The body, again, just a simple body. One skin tone. You can tell it's molded in this color and then painted over, where we see the flaming bra that she wears. She's got this sleeve piece right here. Well, it's sculpted on there, actually. I was gonna say I think they painted over it, but no, it actually looks like they sculpted it on there. She's got the bracelets, which do move around, so that's cool. Now, one thing that I said was questionable was this piece right here, the crotch piece. So I mean, you look at this and you probably think one piece, right? But it's actually not. This belt is separate, and I have no idea why they did that because it doesn't do anything to help with the articulation. It's just a floating piece. Now, granted, it does slip and slide right back down, thankfully. It's not something you have to worry about constantly rising up, but it was absolutely pointless. So I don't know what's up with that. And then another thing I thought was pointless was the leggings being soft goods. They could have just sculpted these and it would have been okay. But I think that they tried to incorporate soft goods on every single one of their figures. I don't think they've released anything that doesn't have some form of soft goods on it, but it just doesn't really seem necessary, man. They could have sculpted these, because now every time you're posing her around, you got to kind of pull this up, and make sure that they're equal leg length. So, I mean, unless that doesn't bother you, it bothers me. So I got to make sure they're the same. But anyway, the boots and everything look good. As you can see, you got the big zipper, half of the top busted open. Then you got the flaming boots. So everything on this figure looks good, man. It literally looks like she walked right out of the anime. And I am cool with that, man. It turned out very, very good. Again, this is one of their best looking figures. Now, when it comes to the height of this figure, to the top of her head, you can see she's just shy of 6 inches. Now, if you count the ponytail that kind of sticks up in the back, she is right at 6 inches. But I'd say to the top of her forehead, she's right at about 5.5, which is fine. That's about average scale for most 1/12 scale female figures. And of course, we will be doing some size comparisons a little bit later. Articulation wise, she looks up a whole lot better than you would think, especially with this collar piece. That is actually really dang good, man. That is really, really good. So I'll give them kudos for that. She looks down very well also, but because of the hair, you'll have to pull it down a little bit in order to get her to look down. Otherwise, it's just going to cause the head to tilt back up. She does get really good tilt and turn, all kinds of rocker in there. And as you can see, the collar piece is a separate piece. Now, one thing I do expect to happen over time, because of how heavy this hair is, eventually that neck is going to become loose. So I would say if you have her posed up on your display shelf, try to keep this hair piece down as much as possible. Therefore, it's not constantly tugging at that neck, because eventually it's just going to make that head continue to go back no matter how much you try to pose her around. But anyway, the arms do go up and out about this much, so T poses don't really pose a problem. That's cool. She does have a swivel. It's not built in, it just comes at the shoulder. Now you can bring her arms all the way in, which kind of confuses me about one of the other accessories, or one of the accessories I'm going to show, because of the fact that her arms can come all the way in. So I think they just included it just to include it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway, at the elbows, it is a single joint with double jointed range, so you can bring her arms all the way back. That's not going to be a problem. That's cool. And then you do have a swivel at the elbow as well. Even though I deem that is unnecessary, it is there just because of the design choice. Now, always make sure you tuck the shoulders back in once you're done, so that they don't look like this. I don't like these shoulders, but it's fine. When it comes to the hands, they are on, I can't tell if it's no, it's a hinge actually. It's not a ball peg. And so you just plug those on there like so, and they do move around freely. So that's good. This piece right here actually helps with keeping the articulation mobile. So that's really good. Anyway, at the chest, the diaphragm, she moves around fine. Not the best, but I mean, it's good. You can get her to lean back a little bit, get her to lean forward a little bit. It's going to come out of the waist a bit more than the diaphragm, but even then, it's still not the best. She does twist and turn, and then that's when you see that belt piece kind of just moving. And I guess that's why they did it. So the belt will, I don't know. I don't understand why they did this. This was completely unnecessary as a separate piece. But yeah, you guys see how that operates. It's weird. Anyway, she does these splits only about that much. So not a whole lot at all. She doesn't really kick forward much. That's about as much as you're going to get out of that. Doesn't kick back at all. So leg articulation, kind of mid. Yeah, kind of mid. Anyway, at the knees, they bend about that much, so that's really good. She does have a swivel in here at the boot, and that actually moves all around, so that's really good. I dig that a lot. Hold on, let me make sure ain't nothing breaking in here. Nah, everything looks good. That's what the knee joint looks like. And then as you can see, she does have the thigh swivel right there, which I actually think I didn't mention, but yeah, there is that thigh piece, so that's cool. And then the foot goes down about that much, up about that much. Really good ankle rocker. And then she does have a toe hinge. It's a little stiff, So yeah, be careful with that. But articulation wise, everything's good except for the legs. I would say the legs definitely could have been done a little bit better, but overall I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Now, when it comes to accessories, she doesn't come with a whole lot, but I do think she at least comes with a decent amount. Now, straight out of the packaging, this is how she came here to me. We've got her with the glasses on. She's got the head sculpt with the mouth open and a pair of relaxed hands. In terms of other expressions, she comes with 4 more. She comes with her signature smile, which I would assume this is how she actually came in the packaging. My cousin probably just busted this open and was changing the parts around. She does come with a smile where she's kind of looking to the side. I really dig that one. My favorite expression is this one right here, where she's got this kind of confused look on her face, and this is something common for Yoko, so I'm glad that they threw this in. She then also comes with a yelling expression for when she is in full-blown attack mode, so glad they included that. She comes with a pair of hands with the fingers spread out. She comes with a pair of fist hands, and then she does also come with a trigger hand as well, so that's cool. Now, one accessory I was saying I didn't understand why they included is this interchangeable chest piece here. I would assume this is for when she's got her arms brought in, but you can still do that without this. And I'm not about to spend a lot of time on this accessory. It does peg onto her chest, so you just pretty much take this piece right here off, peg this one on. Now, she does also come with an interchangeable hair piece for when she doesn't have the glasses on. I tried to put this on, but I could not do it. This piece right here is not coming off. Probably could have put some hot water on it and made it, but this ain't my figure, so I'm not about to do all of that. But yeah, anyway, she does come with her rifle, which this looks really good, and she comes with 2 of these little straps right here, one for when she's carrying it and then one for when it's over her shoulder. So very good. Well, they had to include these, but I'm still happy they included them. They look fine, nothing too spectacular, but it is cool. And then she also comes with a firing effect, which this right here is dope. I'm so glad that they included an effect piece, and basically all you do is to put it on, you just take this piece. It wanted to come off earlier. Now it's not wanting to come off. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. You take that piece off, and then you plug this one in, and then there you go. That's how you do that. And so, yeah, cool. I dig it. Moving on to size comparisons, here she is standing next to some of the SH Figuarts Street Fighter figures. First off, we have her standing next to the SH Figuarts Sakura. We also have her standing next to the SH Figuarts Rainbow Mika. And last but not least, the SH Figuarts first release Chun-Li. Next up, here she is standing next to the SH Figuarts Kaiju number 8, Mina Ashido. We also have her standing next to the SH Figuarts Hell's Paradise, Yuzuriha, and the SH Figuarts Naruto 99, Sakura Haruno. Now, lastly, for the most random of random extras, here she is standing next to a Marvel Legends 2-pack Mary Jane, who's another redhead. I figured why not throw her in here. We also have her standing next to this Hasbro Fortnite character whose name escapes me at the moment. Y'all can leave it in the comments if y'all know. And then we also have her standing next to a Marvel Legends MCU Okoye. Now, when it comes to my final thoughts on this one, I'll be honest with you guys, man. This is one I definitely recommend, mostly because I don't really see any other action figure company working on this. Again, the last time we saw a 6-inch figure of this character was well over 10 years ago, and obviously that figure is going to be completely dated. Now, while this one isn't perfect, it is one that will hold the test of time for quite a while. And I say that because there's really nothing wrong with it. The only issue I have is the articulation at the legs. The leg articulation is absolutely terrible, but everything else is fine. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. It looks like the character walked right out of the anime. She comes with a decent amount of accessories. She does pose fine, and she's going to look really good on display. So yeah, I do highly recommend this figure if you can track it down. I'm not sure what it goes for right now. Hopefully it's not too expensive, but it being BUZZmod, it's quite possible. So I don't know. I would say if you want to track this one down, try to check Aniplex first, maybe the Crunchyroll store, and then of course if you can't find it in any of those places, you can always double back and try to get it on eBay or whatever, wherever you guys choose to order your figures from. But yes, if you're here and you're interested in this character, I do recommend this figure for sure. Now, that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as that always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified when whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.